Hello everyone, and welcome to YOTB, Episode 1, Beginnings, Resolutions, and What Does YOTB Mean? My name is Yaya, and I've been quilting off and on for about 15 years, and I'm still very much an amateur quilter. How could that possibly be true, you might ask? I've picked up tips and tricks over the years, and I've consumed a lot of quilting content, but I always chicken out and play it safe when I pick out my projects. Let's just say I've made a ridiculous amount of half-square triangle quilts and not much else. At the beginning of the new year, I decided it was time to push myself out of my quilting comfort zone. 2021 would be, for me, a time of skill building and quilting challenges. It didn't take me long to hone in on my two biggest quilting flaws, and these are big foundational skills I'm talking about. Cutting and piecing. Two things that haven't been a big deal with HST quilts. I can cut and piece. You can't quilt without these skills, but to do them with precision is another thing altogether. Is that piece cut a bit wonky? Did my 1/4 inch seam grow towards the end? Yes to both, but I would tell myself, it'll be fine. And it was, because I was working on a half-square triangle quilt, and they are so easy to fudge. You get the picture. I have stagnated and I want to move on. Time for something new. So I had to pick out a pattern that would teach me to value precision. Something cute and fun, obviously. Something that was already in my stash. And it didn't take me long to find the perfect pattern. But it is one of the most complicated patterns that I've ever seen. And many of the pieces are so small that sloppy cutting or an inconsistent 1/4 inch seam can translate into a very big problem. I've heard of people finishing this quilt in less than a week. That's not me. I am a slow quilter. I think I would be described as a process quilter more than a product quilter, so I'm not setting out to complete this quilt at a breakneck speed. In my companion blog post, I think I referred to my pace as floating down a sedate river of modest quilting goals. So I'll be trying to finish at least one block a month. That's it. But this month I'm just focusing on setup, piecing these blocks I'm making right here in this video. So, I wonder if anyone has guessed which pattern I've picked out yet. This is the muzzle section of the Bjorn Bear Quilt by Elizabeth Hartman. So, I've told you my resolution. Stepping out of my quilting comfort zone, I'm going to skill build, I'm going to confront the weak spots in my quilting game, and actively try to improve on them instead of just working around them. I'm specifically going to complete the Bjorn Bear quilt. I began by picking out my pattern, picked out a palette, and I got started on the foundational pieces of the Bjorn Bear quilt. And finally, what does YOTB mean? Year of the Bear. So there you go. At the end of the year, if everything goes to plan, I'll have at least one completed quilt top. I'm also hoping to do some other unrelated quilting videos this year. I already have a few ideas, but I don't want to commit to anything right now because I'm cagey like that. I'm going to leave you here with a sneak peek at the color palette I cobbled together from my stash. I had started with a completely different color palette, but when I bought my background fabric, I forgot to bring my palette book and things went down from there. Anyway, that doesn't matter now. This new palette is growing on me. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you'll come back and see me for more quilting videos. Bye!